Red, tell me what happened last time.
Well, we were still in the midst of celebration, we'll say, about the new addition to the Reyes family. As Amelia went up to Alaric mainly to ask what the plan is, like what comes next now. Amalia can't live her life in the lab, as Alaric pointed out, and well, hopefully trying to give her the best life she can, because right now there will be a lot of eyes on her. A lot of people who probably want to get their hands on her or do worse. Because right now, while she's not the first superhero in the world, she is definitely one born, which makes her unique. And he also admits that he's going to need the family's help. Hopefully, within maybe 2-3 years possible time, he plans to have the family go back to Mexico, back home, to deal with the situation there, as we kind of left it in a bit of a shitter, a little bit, we'll say. And which Emilio seems to agree, and with his lessons learned now, hopefully there can be real and genuine change. And even brought up the voice that Ariana spoke with, this similar, something that he spoke with and interacted with in his time in the pit, as he says. It's an asshole, and more than likely will cause trouble in the future, but he's been dealing with a lot of crazy things in his years, so this is just another thing added on to the list. Emilio did ask him exactly why he chose this world, as Alaric revealed that he wasn't originally from this place and how his powers kind of, not necessarily manifested, but he made a stupid decision and that he's trying to either make up for or deal with in the long term, and he doesn't plan to give up. Regardless, he hopes maybe one day, if he's lucky, he'll get a chance to retire in, let's say, 50 years, maybe, and whatever that means for him. Mariana, on the other hand, was with her daughter, trying to relax before a visitor. A man with a sharp dress suit decided to say hello, and she was a bit uneasy as he seemed to want to talk with her and celebrate, and mentioned that he mainly wants to, offer as a fairy godfather, something like that, to teach Amalia magic. She's now in a very vulnerable position, and he's the best of the best. Or else, essentially, as Oriana tried to be polite, but firmly tried to tell him no. But it seems, as he pointed out, if you don't, I can tell your friend some secrets that may more likely cause harm for her in the long run. Oriana, a bit defeated and intimidated, said yes, and the man seemed happy as he took his leave. Apparently, didn't want to get caught or deal with any problems, so they decided to attack him at the very least, as he disappeared. Oriana, a little bit helpless, went to her older brother, letting him know about the situation that had transpired, and knowing that this isn't a good idea. Maybe you can talk to Alaric? This knight fellow told her that she wasn't allowed to say anything, but maybe this is a little bit of a loophole here. As Emilio said he'll chat with him and went off to let Alaric know about this Mr. Knight and the visit in the room. And, well, he was annoyed. It seems like he knows this man. He has plans then. He has his own pool of resources he can pull from. Magic that can be taught to Amalia that doesn't require this guy. Especially since, like I said, he's part of the whole long list of trouble he's been dealing with for a long time. And at the very least, he also asked him about the thing with Catalina, asking if it was true that he did keep the letter that was about her mother and made it so that they couldn't interfere or save her. He admitted that he weighed the odds and found that it's best not to say anything and allowing her mother to die. As Emilio nodded and told him, you might want to tell Catalina that. It's best she hear from you than let your enemies use this against you. As Alaric nodded a bit and went off to go have a chat. Emilio also will let Ariana know what was going on to her relief, as well as the fact he plans to hopefully talk to Catalina. And apparently the world that Alaric came from was a cruel and cold one, which I think is very obvious from both siblings. Hopefully we can do something that's going to make the world better. And hopefully with time, we can make our home better too. As we mused about our parents a bit there as well. After Emilio left, Onyx popped up, I believe. Oh no, sorry, Emilio was still there. Onyx popped up. And she said thanks for not, betraying Alaric, apparently, as she had been here the entire time. Hidden away, of course, but if Mr. Knight decided to cause problems, she was going to be the one to make sure he would stop immediately. And regardless, since the predicament that we seem to have in with the whole magic teaching thing, well, there's an option she thinks might work best. Alaric's sister, air quotes, as we will find out later on. And, she'll trust Onyx knows the hell what that means, that she went off to go talk to Alaric and hopefully get him to agree. As Ramira went to check in with her siblings, and get a little bit of the lore of what the hell was going on. Eventually, of course, Catalina stormed in and then seemed to be upset that she couldn't punch Alaric, apparently, his time powers and all that, as well as the fact that his future vision, or however it works, meant that he saw glimpses of the future and decided to make that decision. She was, of course, rightfully upset. Well, there's not much you can really say to reassure someone after hearing such news, other than, of course, giving her her daughter, as she is the other parent for Amalia in this DNA sequence type of situation. And we had to give a bit of glimpse of Alaric storming away from Onyx, fuming as they seem to be arguing a bit. And, well, Catalina says, I'm not doing that, so you guys should check on it, as Oriana, Emilia, and Ramira went to go see what the hell was going on. As it seemed they were fighting about the magic thing that Alaric was trying to get set up. Her Onyx argument saying they're not really magic, it's more of a rift thing, so and we know someone who can really be helpful here, as he seemed to be saying no before seeing us there, and explained that there was someone who's been helping him out, working on the inside, this sister of his, a co-worker of Mr. Knight, working for another company or a set of people who wants to kill him, and being his informant. They had a bit of a tumultuous history, but he doesn't want anyone to know about her or possibly endanger her cover. Well, outside of course, those big concerns, the Reyes family brought up the fact that she may be useful. She knows about Mr. Knight, and if she has skills that could help us in the long run, as long as we don't mess up this secret of hers, we should be all right. I think it might be the better option, but Alaric seemed to sigh and agree that he'll go and contact her. As he disappeared and went to go find this operative. And a few days later, we would meet her, Crimson, or Ruby, as we decided to call, who's a bit more relaxed and seems to be very chill compared to Alaric's stress-filled life, I would assume. As she revealed a bit more of their history, that she tried to kill Alaric, that she was on a job to infiltrate that turned out to be a very easy one, that, well, she trapped him, killed him, trapped him. Eventually, Onyx guilted her going back for him, and decided to save his life from the void he found himself in, as well as their own history before that and why she decided to hunt him down in the first place. His powers awakening and the craters he left, as well as the damage he did to her. Now she's like a third-quarter robot or whatever like that, working for this company. Her hope is, of course, one day that the current timeline or our timeline will eventually catch up to be able to get rid of or deal with any possible fallout that would happen once her overlords finds out. Regardless, she's here to hopefully teach us and train us and make sure we can survive what's to come. As we spend our time learning from her, learning about how magic, well, Blackwell's magic, can affect the environment, that you can kill him, kinda. Killing him just means he gets sent back and comes back eventually, but you can hurt him, and maybe that's going to be the only thing you can really get at the long run, because right now, at our current level, we can't do much else. In her own experience, of course, things she's hunted and killed and survived with. And I think that's where it ended last.
If you are about to embark on a little training montage.
Mm-hmm.
As she's gonna help all of you gain the skills you desire. As yeah, Emilio gonna continue on the more social aspect, learn the more finer nuances when it comes to dealing with people. Mira continuing down the, well, operative route. Yep. Well, fortunately for Oriana, you are a mother, so a bit more restricted. As well, I don't know if there's anything, conversations that you have as months would go by with it.
Not that I can think of outside of like the small social stuff with family, but that's really it.
Yeah, you will be Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say it would be most the same with Emilio. I think during the training he would talk with Crimson a bit because yeah, Emilio still struggles a lot with the memories of his augmentations. He doesn't talk about it a lot, but that's actually still kind of a thing that kind of still like is an issue.
Yeah, we can roleplay that out. Let's bring up the subject. How I feel now that they've been removed.
I will say, still feel the same as the day I woke up in the hospital bed. I thought it would pass, but like I don't see the scars. There aren't any scars. I don't, but I still feel them.
All types of mental side effects are actually quite common. People who are subjected suddenly to large amounts of implants. People kind of crazy where I come from. Disassociate, they get severe bouts of body dysmorphia, many unpleasant side effects from these sorts of procedures.
Yeah, well, not at that. So actually, alas, does it go away?
Depends. Some people can handle it better than others. I've never had an issue with it. But I don't think I'm the most mentally sound person. I take extreme pleasure in butchering people. Not the most, not the best role model.
Yeah, a couple of months ago, I would have said that that's not a healthy attitude, but from what I've learned, it's not a good multiverse out there.
What I hear older agents talking, and you talk. Yeah, I haven't interacted with any other place than my own timeline and here. I don't have much of a reference point.
Mila will say, just try to keep focusing on the future, just try to keep moving forward. Some days I don't think about it at all. Some days I can't really do anything but think about it.
Well, Alaric has his way. Whatever future you're dealing with is gonna be nicer than mine.
Yeah, Mila will say, I hope it is. I have to have some. I have to have some faith still.
Even if Alaric is not a believing man, religion is not gone in my timeline, even in the future. Plenty of folks around who still pray a lot. I think for a lot of them, that's one of the few things they have left.
Yeah, Mila will say, it's a pretty complex feeling I've got about faith nowadays. I used to believe in everything, at least to believe in it, the scripture, the books, what priests would say, and I didn't question it. I didn't question it at all, and I believed in the way that I think I know a lot of people thought it was weird. They didn't tell me to my face, but I heard them. Trances, delusions. I still want to have faith, but as Emilio kind of trail off as like he does as I still want to have faith.
Kind of like sigh a bit and say, I'm not the best person to speak, but you can first subject with Alaric. Stops by here. Personally, I have zero faith. Much almost everything and everyone.
Yeah, listen to me. I will say. Emilio actually asked. Faith in almost nothing. Implies you have faith, still have faith in something.
I wouldn't call it faith, more like hope. I have hope Alaric will be able to build something here. Then again, every time I get sent out on a mission, maybe not every time, but a lot of the times, I see things, I see people, I see situations, everything just gets swept away.
So Emilio will respond. Logs told me a bit about what's out there. It does seem like it's a Herculean effort.
She'll shake her head and say, even talking about the fucking multiverse. You know do you want to know how the first superpowered individual came to be?
How was that?
This guy, I knew him actually for a period of time. More or less made a deal with an extremely powerful entity, fucked up his body, modified him similarly to how, probably even worse than your I was tinkered with, in a biological sense. And then just kind of like pretty sure he did that to I don't know, help people. Weird sense of misguided justice. Turns out he got fucked over and well, says things only got worse from there. This was back in the late 60s.
Emilio will nod. As I won't do the funny thing that Grant has set himself up for. I won't do the funny thing.
You should do the funny thing though.
I will do the funny thing, yes, my lord. How... Well, you said it ended up for the worst, but how did it exactly turn out?
Well, I'll be honest, I stopped listening. I got so fucking no, you know that feeling when you hear something so fucking disgusting, it like turns your stomach upside down. That's how I felt. So I was sent to infiltrate Alaric's friend group, right? Get information. This guy is the guy I approached. You know, play the pretty eyes, smile a bit. Dumb teenager, I thought, hey, sure this is gonna work. Apparently, turned me down. Said he wanted to take it slow and steady. Still told me everything I needed though. So it's kind of like delivered. Hashed a plan to take out Alaric, or at least make him suffer, and left. I guess you know the other part of the story from Onyx. But you
Yeah,
don't
I do.
know when I came back. I learned several months later. Like is like clearly like it's like you can see her sort of close her eyes and almost like steel herself for what she's about to say. Not you don't need to know that. Point is, it only got worse after that.
Amelia will give a nod. Sorry if dredging up painful memories.
My point is, every time you think see it at all, you fucking see something else that's just like equally baffling.
Yeah, Amelia will just say. Yeah, Amelia will just say. Oh, I guess that just makes the work that me and my sisters are going to do in Kalakana more important.
Well, listen, as long as you don't fuck them, I think you'll be a step ahead of step above what I'm accustomed to. Wasn't a metaphor, by the way.
As Amelia will say, luckily a lifetime of intense, borderline delusional piety has rendered me immune to such weaknesses.
That's good. Because, God, hearing that somebody used your likeness, play a prank, the guy who was pranked fucked her because she looked like you, is, it's fucked up, I'll tell you this.
I'm, I'm sorry to hear that. I have no words.
This is Alaric may like hope and dream, but I know this is fucking humanity. This is the average fucking dumbass down the street. These are the people we're trying to save. Which is why I don't give a shit. Which is why I don't have hope. Idiots will make stupid fucking deals. Men will think with their fucking dicks. and humanity as a whole fucking sinks. Alaric, and after all this time, still fucking tries to find the path where like he impacts the least amount of people. I don't agree with this, Flossie. I think he's being too soft. I don't think he should have taken this world so slowly. I think she should rule it openly. This whole fucking war in the shadows he's running, I think it's stupid. But what it is. This is why I'm not a very cheerful person.
Nah, Amelia will just give a shrug. As he'll say, I think it was still a good talk, all the same. And Amelia will say, I grew up in Kulakan, heart of cartel territory. I've seen my share of it. I lost my parents to it. I know well enough that if people don't have something to either hold themselves to, or they don't have something to make them, well, most of them won't do horrible things, but they'll just sit by and watch it happen. Suppose right now I just have to have hope that what Alaric's making is going to be one of those things.
My question to you. I just told you about this guy who did what he did. Do you kill him or do you let him live? You already know what the idiot, and in my opinion, the fuck he is.
As speaking as somebody who also did their foolish things and for reasons they thought were right. If after the first time, if he didn't reflect, if he didn't learn, if he didn't stop and actually think about what he was doing, he kept putting other people in danger, I would have killed him. Just like I'd expect if I didn't stop, if I kept trying to kill my sister because I believed an angel had talked to me, I would have expected Alaric to kill me.
That's the problem, you see. Alaric's a fucking coward sometimes. I'd have killed you, but him, you're a stranger. This guy, he was a friend. Alaric didn't kill him. And it only got fucking worse from there. And might see the aftermath in the future. Unironically, that is an ongoing problem still. Problem don't know how to deal with now.
Yeah, I will say, Amelia will say, doesn't seem to be a world that allows so much allows for much sentiment.
She'll nod.
Maybe we can make into a world that will allow for that, but no, right now it does seem to be the world that needs the thing that will keep people in line.
Well,
And Emilio's clearly not happy with that, by the way, he's saying that, but he's accepting it.
yeah, nods and says, well, I'll be honest, I don't see a better way. Some people are just too stupid to fucking live. They're willing to bring down everyone else with them. You know, my timeline was... It was a complete fucking ecological disaster. You know, my home technically called San Francisco, but it's not where the actual city was. That shit got fucking swallowed up by the ocean. Animals died, environments fucking destroyed, big storms, half the planet unlivable. It's what? Bunch of fucking dumbasses who couldn't fucking stop. You can look at individual incidents and say people are disgusting and stupid. Do something about that. Then you realize that because there's so many of them, they will in fact fuck up your world. You only get one planet.
Bible and well, the Bible is much more forgiving, but it's the opinion of most religious philosophers that man is naturally in what's called an unregenerated state. They're primal. They'll naturally do what to them seems to be the easiest thing, which will often be the thing that will cause the most harm to themselves and others.
Yeah. Why
I'll be
I
honest, I
feel the gun should be the prime motivator for these fucks. And I don't even have to
as
think
honest,
about the multiverse.
yeah, it's honestly, Emilio will say, as Emilio will actually say, I'm not sure if the gun would keep them in line.
Maybe
Back when religion held sway, they had the threat of eternal damnation, torture for all eternity, and that didn't hold people in line.
maybe they just didn't kill enough.
Oh, we'll have to find something. As Emilio will actually say, you might say you're not the good person to talk to, but disagree. Yeah. Thank you, Crimson.
Crackle. I suppose you enjoy the more gloom and doom conversations. I'm your girl.
As Emilio will actually just say, it's a good thing to hope, but it's also a good thing to remember the ground. Look at the heavens, but don't forget where you stand.
Very poetic, but I suppose true.
Talk to you later.
Yeah. Anyone else want to have any conversations? I'll say
Unfortunately,
this
Mac, you might
Alaric.
not want the fact, but it's happening. I'm done shit talking, Mac. Unfortunately, Mac, it's like Emilio is still a very Christian, sort of ideological leaning man. And it's like, well, yeah. I don't know. The threat of heaven, the offer of heaven doesn't do anything. The threat of hell doesn't do anything. So, I don't know.
I suppose you are correct, Mac. There's gonna be some enlightened despot.
Yeah, listen, listen. Fascism is specific, fucking right wing, like fucking conservatism, like traditionalism, hero cult worship, yada yada yada. We can still be technocrats.
I
We can still
suppose
be
there's many
despotic.
flavors of authoritarianism we can employ here.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I am an authoritarian, but I'm not a fascist, right?
But yeah,
Don't put
no.
labels on me.
I'll say this: Alaric will probably stop by like once a month to check in on you and see how Oriana is doing. But that's other than that, you'll be mostly gonna be confined to new home with Crimson and train a lot.
Mm.
As Amalia will aging. So, anyone else want to have any conversations during that time? Any conversations
No,
that they want to role play out?
No, Ramiro mostly lock in, considering she has party killer as a trope.
Yeah, I think Oriana will check in with Catalina to make sure she's okay. I know she just had that big revelation and everything like that, but still, I want to make sure she's still, I guess, good.
I think eventually she'll sort of come to terms with it, as she will also go through her own bouts of training. More focused on her abilities other than anything, but yeah, she is. God, she is pissed off at him, but she'll speak up after. Has been coming to check on the baby for like what now, like 6 months. I don't get this
Yeah.
fucking guy.
Well, what are you confused about?
Oh, you just sacrifice fucking innocence, and then you like come around and play with the fucking child. You know, you're lucky this is shared custody. Because otherwise, I would tell him to fuck off. I wouldn't let him like. I don't know why you keep handing him the baby. To be honest,
I'm not going to excuse his actions or say they're good or right. But he helped me come to the decision to keep Amali in the first place. He seems to believe that there's a way that everyone can get a happy ending as best as one can here. And I don't think it's an easy decision he makes either, the whole sacrificing people. He doesn't really talk to me about any of his emotional stuff, but the stuff he does mention sounds like he's come from a very horrible place. Sounds like he's made a lot of horrible choices that he has to live with. I don't think he's a good man, but he's not an evil one.
yeah, but it annoys me. Loosely.
That's understandable at the very least. You don't have to want to hang out and do tea parties with him, but he is.
Well, you seem to want to
You
hang
could.
out with him.
What are you, jealous? Come on. You're still one of my favorite people.
No, it's just like I don't get why the fuck. Do you like him?
I do like him at the very least. So you mean like I
She
like the fact that he
squints her
saved
eyes
my
a bit.
life?
Oh,
Oh,
don't play
Catalina.
fucking stupid with me.
I don't know. I'm gonna be honest. I've never really done the whole dating thing. You've seen me, and it's all a bit confusing. I'm not sure if I like him because of him or it's because the fact that he saved my life in the moment when I needed to be saved. It's complicated, and I don't know. I don't know if he's even I don't know, it feels weird to just go up. It's like, hey, do you like me? Yes or no on a piece of paper. Listen, it's complicated. And now I have Amalia, now we have this. I don't do dating. Not back home, and certainly not here. Maybe I just need to go out and have a regular day, or maybe I just need to. What do people usually say? I need to go out and just be normal. I don't know. Maybe that makes me weird.
Yeah, because you're like little fucking brain waves that like float things around. Those are very normal.
Yeah, that's also a thing. I don't think I'll ever get normal again. Which,
At
if I
least
had to
you
choose
look normal.
about,
Good for you.
I think you look great.
Yeah, I guess I might find some fucking freak that's gonna be like that. The problem is that's my issues. Like if I find someone that's like, I love your fourth tongue, babe, I'm just gonna smack them.
I'm sure we can figure something else out. Apparently, the world's gonna get more and more weird as we go along, and I don't know. Green's a good color on you.
Cheated.
I don't think you should give up hope, Catalina. I think you're lovable, and I think anyone who ever has a chance to get your heart is lucky. And if they did the fork tongue thing, just beat the shit out of them. I think you can beat the shit out of them, actually. Or I'll do it for you.
Chuckles and nods. I suppose.
We're probably gonna have one of those conversations about when you start dating and then Amalia, This is a shared custody thing with our baby.
Ooh. Yeah. Other than that, though, she will eventually, like, sort of get over it and take more months, though.
Understandable.
But yeah, no. Not sure there's any other conversations I'd like to have with anyone. For like the first year that we wanna. Okay.
Not that I can think of for Oriana.
Yeah. First year kind of goes by. Baby ages and all. To understand a bit more and practice a bit more. Training with Crimson is not the easiest thing and not the nicest teacher. As Alaric will organize a little birthday party at the lab, of course. The underground facility. As yeah, everyone I suppose will attend, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes.
As you kind of like see the old faces. You see Faith. You see a bunch of Crimson will be there as well. As a couple of new faces though. As Alaric will sort of introduce like new guy as like looks a bit well, I don't want to say bothered to be here, but he's just kind of like looking at the baby a bit like I don't know what to do.
Does he need help holding her? What the fuck?
Well, no, he's not holding. He just has like like a bit of a when you like tilt your head a bit backwards and you like grimace a bit.
Mario, pick a Mario's small little hand and wave at him. I guess it's all right, sir. It's just a child.
He'll kind of say, do you say that? You make fun of him a bit?
A little bit, a little bit.
Say, yeah, a child that's trying to get into my head. No, no, thank you. It's not allowed.
Oh, Amalia, no. We talked about this.
Her,
Look at this face. I'm so sorry. I'm
Like-
trying to teach her how to about this.
Unfortunately, I am immune to charms of little children's and puppies.
Oh, that's good at the very least. Amalia, please don't go into this. I'm sorry. What is your name?
Call me Ed.
Ed.
And
Amalia.
told you need a bit of magical expert, so I decided that maybe I should meet with you a bit earlier than later.
Oh, nice to meet you, Ed. And Amalia, please don't be rude to Ed. We talked about this at length.
Now listen, she can be rude, just expect a bit of pushback is all. Wants to play tug of war?
what?
I can pull as well.
I hope you two can get along at the very least.
Yeah, do you think I want to piss off the fucking Time Lord here?
Well, I'm not sure what. I appreciate you helping us out or deciding to help out. Thank you.
Well, apparently that asshole Black Hole is around here, so... Listen, if I can,
Ah.
screw over with his plans, I'll be a happy man.
Well, at the very least, it seems he has a long list of people who don't really like him. From what I'm gathering.
Well, it's a very short list of people who do like him. In fact, I think it's zero. I don't think anyone likes him. I don't think he even himself likes him. He just likes to pose. But unfortunately, what pisses off, well, my group is rather besmirching. Well, he at least used to besmirch our good name and reputation. He attended our academy once, was well regarded for his magical attitude before he decided to be like, oh, I'm evil now.
So you knew him when he was it Blackwall?
Not me personally, but I've read his report cards.
I see. I'm not really sure exactly what he is.
He's a demon. At
Oh.
least, yeah, that's a bit different than what you maybe think, but not like a human.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna take this in stride. Demons out roaming around, doing things for kicks, as Ruby says.
Yeah. Again, the worst. Fucking rich asshole boy just decides, you know what, I'm bored, I'm gonna fuck up everyone else. It's truly the fucking worst.
Wow.
You know, certain demons I can
hope-
appreciate. There's not the problem is he gives demons a bad name too. There's demon out there who's really show up, they're gonna offer you their hand and do a little deal and like a sort of reputation kind of thing, or they trade favors. Whereas this guy, he's gonna extend his hand and he's gonna backstab you the moment you grab it. It's insane. The most actual everyone who takes deals with this guy is in fact just absolutely fucking moronic.
Well, glad to know my first instincts were correct. Thank you for that reassurance. Are you like a demon? I guess.
No, I'm what you would call a meta-human, I suppose. Like your daughter.
Ah,
Only I'm a bit
that's
older.
well. Again, I'm not too sure what you said you're going to help out. Does that include more training, or what exactly does that entail?
Well, I am visiting. I'm not gonna stay here for too long, but um, given the fact that I think me and her share certain physical traits, I was brought here more or less to see if I can answer any like pending questions.
Uh, well, I have a few of them at the very least. I know there's a lot of unknowns here with Amalia. I, well, can you do you know if there'll be like, I don't know, physical side effects I have to worry about for her or be concerned about?
Well, I mean, other than the meta parts, I assume it takes after you and the father.
Mm.
She will behave normally, although powers will spike up in puberty. Watch out for that. Um, at around mid late 20s, maybe early 30s. It really depends. It's not like a fixed point, but certainly before she hits her 40s, the aging progress will slow down to such a crawl. Barely notice a difference. A metahuman left alone in a healthy environment, they tend to live quite a long time.
Okay.
It
And
varies, but it can be anywhere from 2, 3 centuries to 1,000, 2,000, maybe even 3,000 years. It's a wide range.
okay. And well, I know Blackwall mentioned, and Largus mentioned as well, that there might be people coming after her. Is there anything about them do you know anything about them or anything?
I'm not sure exactly who's coming after her. I promise you, my organization only cares about like magical inclined individuals. So unless you want to teach her magic, have no business here.
That's one of the things, Blackwall stopped by to visit. He
Yeah, but
seemed
he's a
very
fucking
persistent.
hack. I'll be honest. And listen. He may be good at like doing magic, but I don't think he's that good at teaching. Plus, he does like the very like he boasts more than he like actually has. Like his form of magic, powerful, sure, but it is quite destructive for the surrounding environment. And most people do care about their fucking house in a metaphorical sense.
Oh, gotcha.
Um, if you want, I can come back. Usually, at the earliest, can start training when she can like speak and read. Although, stop, oh, stop trying to get into my mind. I suppose we've trained telepaths from earlier ages, so it could be done earlier if you want to.
I would appreciate that. I have my own abilities and everything like that, but I want her she be taught as best as she can. New frontier for added being a mom plus one with superpowers is not right, Amalia.
Kind of like
Mm.
want to learn too.
I think it may be safer at the very least. I'm not at the level Amalia's at, but I want to make sure I can be of help for her when, well, when her troubles may come to pass for someone in her situation.
Right, but oh god. My understanding, don't aren't you like also already preparing to like handle things the more old-fashioned way?
What was that about the old-fashioned way, Grant?
Well, you're training with Crimson, the old-fashioned way.
Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely a route we're going with, but I have other skills as well that I think that could be used and useful. We
You lack,
really, I
you
didn't
lack,
want to neglect them.
you lack the spark or like
Mm.
primal magic, and probably see magic is if you don't have these like inner sources to draw upon power, you do have to kind of take that power from other things,
Mm.
usually living things. That's like I
I
said,
see.
not the most conductive thing. I can test your daughter if you want, see if she has. I call it the spark. Basically, it's certain people when they get there through their genes or exposure to rifts or whatever other bullshit phenomenon exists out there, can develop the ability to fuel their own spells, at least in a limited capacity, without harming their own bodies in the process.
I see.
It wouldn't be anything crazy, but definitely enough to fend for herself.
I wouldn't want her to get harmed in any way, but if she has the spark and she doesn't learn magic, will that cause problems for her?
Shakes his head. Yeah, it's just gonna be
I don't know.
untapped potential.
I see. I know I want to add learning magical abilities on this already big plate you have going on, Amalia.
Is listen, fortunately her mind thinks this is a little fun game.
Well,
Well, at the very best, even if it doesn't, well, I can still make sure that if Black Hole tries to fuck with you, well, have a little nice surprise.
I would appreciate that.
Right. Well, I suppose if I hold her.
Do you understand how to hold a baby?
No, I see like channel twists his
I'm
hand
gonna
and you see Amalia start levitating.
I could just help you learn to hold her, you know.
I don't think I'll have children anytime soon. It's fine.
Well, it's making me a little nervous, but at the very least, as long as you don't drop her.
Like sort of focuses a bit. It's like that's so.
What's so fucking lame?
Sorry. I'm biased
Mhm.
for certain types of abilities. It's like levitates
Well,
her back in your arms. I
I would-
suppose she can learn certain things. Um, I think she has an affinity for well, let's just score it more flowery magic.
Is that? I'm not sure what that means.
It means I don't think I think Blackwell would have been severely disappointed. I don't think she has the capacity to fling out magical bolts and blow people up. But I think she has some potential. It's very faint, but then again, she is very young, so it might develop.
Well, got nothing but time apparently, so I might let her.
He'll kind of like nod and say, I don't. So wanna start like now. Not now, but like you get. There's
Oh.
there's at least a couple of things I think she will be able to do. I don't think you'll be too upset because you seem like the kind of parent.
Good.
The kind of parent who is like super cuddly and worried, like, oh, my little special precious child will be harmed. I think you'll be happy with some of the things she might be able to do.
Kind of raises his eyebrow. Is it that obvious?
Like nods.
Well, at the very least, she is my very special baby child. And yes, I want her to be safe, especially since apparently there's as you say, a lot of assholes around there. I don't think I can live my life hiding from the fact that that's going to happen, and I'd rather prepare her as best I can.
She'll nod. Like tilts his head, like looks at her and be like, that was a bit too hasty. See you tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your party. Suddenly has a very worrying grin on his face.
She looks confused as she waves to. Have a nice day. Hopefully, get some cake.
Ah, baby Amalia, I was too. Got you. Poison. That is true. A lot of fun things with poison.
Amalia, no.
You will grow well, child.
In her bloodline.
She can fucking talk to snakes. I guess. What's that? Like barrier spells. Lame-o. Fucking. What's
There's so many of us. Not another ward battalion member at the fucking tower. Fucking foot soldier.
But yeah, as maybe he'll find a way to teach her some. Because that's the issue. The issue is like, well, what power source are you gonna draw on? Wait, you have regeneration? Never mind then. Never mind. You're just gonna heal back.
We can scam the universe here. Real good.
It's not scamming. It's your power. That's not like he does the Dracula bit where he's like, I'm just gonna take lifespan and I'm gonna become immortal. Fuck you, universe.
The code is a synergy.
It's just her regenerative abilities that kick in, heal any wound she suffers. So we can teach you how to be like a blood mage. But yeah, not sure if there's anyone engaging with anyone else at the party.
Orion will probably talk to Lara, but I can wait till someone else is seen, of course.
I'm gonna take that silence as a no.
No, most is cordial stuff. Nothing too specific.
cannot hear Zaz saying anything. Not sure if we've lost him or talking. Okay. So, yeah. Yeah, I mean, you can approach Alaric after this rather weird conversation. It seems like the more you talk with people, Oriana, the weirder the multiverse seems to be.
It is. It is. She. Hey, Lark. Sorry to interrupt, but I met your friend Ed.
Oh, yeah. He is a bit weird, but then again, our relationship has gotten better with time, I think. He was like terrified of me when he first came here.
Oh, I assume it was. I'm not gonna sure what to assume. Did you meet him? When did you meet this Kappa guy?
Late 70s, came in to help a bunch of kids. I was also helping manage some of their powers. He's teaching them magic. And then when I dropped by, he had a whole wait, you know the Time Lord moment?
Mm. Oh,
I I for us it took me a while to understand that across the existence, Time Lords are terrifying beings to anyone who's in the know.
I see. Well,
He's a good
at
guy
the
though.
very least, yeah, I think so. A bit strange and odd, but seems a nice enough fellow. He plans to teach Amalia some hopeful magical stuff that'll be good for protection for her. Calls it flowery magic.
Oh, okay. Doesn't sound that bad.
Yeah, I'm not sure what it means, but if it means it's another layer of safety from whatever's going to happen, I'm going to take it in stride.
Hear that. So how are you feeling? It's been a year now. Managed to get a bit the emotions.
Honestly, I think I'm fine now. I feel like I'm on stable ground, which is good. And my relationship with my brother and sister, I think, is good. A bit better, even.
Still not happy.
Yeah, I owe a lot to you.
Well, no, can't help everyone, but I managed to actually pull through for someone. I'm gonna celebrate.
I'm not sure. I don't want to bring the mood down. I'm happy to hear that. You don't seem like a man who has a lot to celebrate sometimes. Are you okay?
I am as fine as anyone can be in my position.
Yeah, that's true.
Lost
But
things, I've gained things. The multiverse is a big place. Because considering what I heard from other places, doesn't seem like this Earth is that different. Grand scheme of things.
and you're doing all this just to make a better place, a better world.
Is my
Taller.
hope. Better world. Safe one. One where people will be able to actually live, not just survive, And
Yeah.
by people I do mean actually many as I can and stuff. small elite minority that lords over everyone else.
Yeah, Ruby mentioned that the world before for you, at the very least, wasn't a happy one. I didn't ask for any details, so she didn't really give too many details, but it seems like neither one of you miss it.
A world where kids have to kill to survive. A world where there's no more real meat because most of the animals are dead. Eat synthetic food. You live in cramped apartments. Every paycheck might be your last. Every bit of value is squeezed out of everything. Yet, while you are hungry, cold, and alone, you are surrounded by towers of opulence all around you. Want to make that future bygone era.
I don't think it doesn't sound like it's been easy for you so far. But looking around here, I think it's well worth it. I see a lot of happy faces. A lot of people who are here because of you.
I'll be honest, I think since you've been here, I don't think we've had these sorts of parties before.
I think you should have more of them. Easy, good to celebrate. Remember why you do your things and why you fight.
So, you have a point. Years to come, turn of the millennium. Be some new changes around the world. Well, information is already spreading at ever increasing rate. I think it's at most 10 more years. No way anyone is keeping anything secret. I'm gonna preempt that. Form an organization. Showcase people that individual with superpowers are not in fact here to kill them, take over.
Well, that'd be good. I can see this going a lot of different ways, most of them bad. Panic, confusion, fear, people using their abilities for, well, maybe some for good and some just to get ahead.
Like nods. Listen, that's in the future. I don't want to think about like looks around the room. If I do this, again, like your faces will be on the post, right?
Ah, I don't think I'm photogenic enough for that.
Sure, you'll be able to handle it.
Are we gonna have like costumes and everything like that? Do I get like a superhero name?
Want to go full comic book?
I mean, why not? We have multiverse. We have a guy named Blackwall, apparently. Magic. What else are we missing?
Well,
You're Professor Xavier already.
where's my I suppose we have to form our international military group. Hunts down super.
Ah, maybe have a better PR spin than that one. Maybe you just rehabilitate people who need help. That's how they always say it anyway.
Kind of like looks at you and says, strategic threat operation funds management.
Ooh, sounds very. I'm not sure what the words for it. Very official.
Does have a bit of authority to it.
Mm-hmm. People love authority. It makes things makes them easier to follow and to agree with.
Fits with a nice acronym. Storm.
Mm.
I don't think I'm gonna get sued for that one.
What did he call the acronym, Grunt? To
It's
make sure.
Storm.
Storm. I think it'll be fine. Just put like TM or ink at the end of it and get the rights for it.
Like chuckles a bit. Yeah, that's a point. You're dead set on doing this. I wanna like recruit you or anything, but like, no, your hometown could be first place where Storm begins their first operation.
Emilio mentioned that you may want him to go back. I'm not too sure how much help I can be. Either have to have a baby on my hip or make sure Amalia's well taken care of when if I leave her behind, which
I think she should be our first Storm operative.
get a badge and everything. Someone once asked me exactly what my dream was, or if I had one. I didn't really had to have an answer at the time. I didn't really hope for anything. Every day was just trying to survive. The idea of believing there's a tomorrow was preposterous, I think, or at least asking for doom to come upon you. I felt like it. But now, seeing everything here, Amalia, my family, people I care about, I do want to build a better world where people don't have to be afraid, don't have to worry about someone coming in and ripping their lives apart just as casually as everything else we have. I don't hiding from us isn't gonna be good, not for me, not for my daughter. And if there's gonna be a coming storm anyway, I'd rather be at the forefront of it. And especially if I know Emilio's gonna be going. And I know Ramirez's gonna be right behind him.
Kind of like nod. I appreciate that, you know.
Mm.
You just believing in things, being so unapologetic about it.
Well, kind of owe you a little bit for that, you know? Gotta take some bit of credit for this one. My brother was always about that, about community and making sure your neighbors are all right. Even before the God stuff, that was something that we all had to grow up with. And my faith is a little bit different than my siblings. I think that's important. That we're all people who want to do good, or at the very least wants a world where you all get to be happy. I know it's not everybody. There are definitely a lot of examples of that, but at the end of the day, I think everyone just wants to have a world where, I don't know, And I think that's worth fighting for.
Then good. Be one of the first people who joins this paramilitary group. Let's make the world a better place.
Do I get a uniform?
Probably.
Oh, why did I sign up then?
All kind of chuckles. Suppose we all have to get the paperwork, and my influence is quite limited. Luckily, your country is neighboring the U.S., so I think we can get some concessions.
I think it'll be possible. People will appreciate the idea that there's hope in the world. Hopefully, not too many strings attached. Hopefully.
I don't plan to. I have connections to many criminal groups. Funding, corruption has been reduced in many areas of the world to an all-time low. There are plenty of people who might take issue with that idea. Luckily, I think I've earned myself a bit of goodwill last 2 decades.
Well, you're the Mr. I'm not sure, spy guy. Honestly, does this make you Nick Fury more than
I think it
Xavier?
does. I think it does.
Ah,
Get an eye patch.
I think you'll look good with an eye patch. Yeah.
God, I have to bring in. I think I have to bring this as well.
I mean, even you have wizards. Come on, you kind
I
of making
do.
the Marvel universe right now.
There's an entire they call themselves the Dark Tower. They're
I
the
think that's a
ones
book.
who. I'm pretty sure they named it after something in Lord of the Rings. Not exactly sure.
Oh, the dark. Oh, okay. I thought it was a Stephen King novel they were doing. Okay,
No,
they're doing the Lord of the Rings.
one of their founders is a very big fan.
Oh, gotta get some type of inspiration, so I guess it can work. It's a bit of a comedy in that one.
Not the first organization I've heard about named after Lord of the Rings references.
Really?
Although the other guys are a bit more, well, assholes.
Huh. I guess good to know everyone has good taste in media.
He'll kind of chuckle and be like, I suppose so. Some timelines do echo far and wide. But, yeah. But I do suppose now I have to bring a lot of people to.
We can make it a party, a cookout even. I can bring the best food I can make.
We have random Riftborn wizards. There's even people who manipulate their own life force, like the wizards do, but well, ones a bit more subtle. They've also been exploding in popularity. I think the rifts are starting to affect everyone, so.
Well, like I said, better to get the head of the storm before it gets out of control.
Then there's the. Actually, you don't need to know about that.
Are you sure you gotta be curious now?
There is underground. There's a weird terrain too. Several of them have been forming in tectonic plates deep underneath some of the oceans.
So what, like it's Atlantis down there or something?
Not exactly, but not that far off.
That's concerning.
Let's
Are
just say
they?
a bunch of fish people, the 60s, swam into the oceans and began tearing at the very earth. By the time I got wind of it, it was a bit too late to repair the damage they've already done.
Well, if they join the group as you say, can they breathe on land?
You guys are not our friends, Oriana. They're
I-
trying to open portals for God knows what to walk through.
I don't know. I'm trying to be calm about this situation.
No. One of my big mistakes in the past that's gonna haunt me.
Not friends for fish people. Gotcha.
Not these ones at the very least. This is... I don't think... I regret many things. And... much as I hate to say it, killing my friends, not killing my friends is one of them.
That's a bold. I won't say bold claim, but I'm sorry. Should I apologize on your behalf?
Nothing to apologize. It's me who should apologize, I think, to everyone on Earth. Because those tears, they're small right now, but due to certain tectonic movements, they are widening each year. Like I said, they're not necessarily physical tears only. They seem to be... it's like rifts, but permanent, fixed, widening a few
And there's-
inches every year.
No way to close them or deal with them?
As far as I know, no.
She kind of nods at that. Well, I'm sure Storm will deal with it when it comes.
Maybe Godzilla will show up as well.
She's not gonna show her immediate excitement, then worry. She's gonna hide that. She's gonna hide
I
that.
was gonna say, for the record, that was a joke. I don't actually want giant monsters showing up, blowing up cities.
Yeah, absolutely. That'd be terrible.
Are you excited by this?
I like Godzilla. Listen. I understand the logistics that it would be a horrible thing for the humanity, but as a fan of the movie series, I think it's pretty neat. I'm sorry. I apologize. It's just romanticized
Well,
versions.
If we ever fight it, I suppose you'll be on the front lines then.
Did you know that there's a moth monster who's pretty neat? Mothra is her name, and I think she's Godzilla's like best friend. I can go on through a lot of details about this.
Telling me there's more monsters, Godzilla, that show up.
Yes, there's a whole lore. She's queen of the monsters. Godzilla's like king of the monsters, and Mothra's queen, and she's pretty like the. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop.
Wonderful. You know what? I hope you're just wrong, but I swear to God, if... oh no. Oh.
What's wrong?
Do you know what echoes are? I don't think you do. You haven't studied this shit. I've read a bit about what Edward taught my wizard friends.
Edward. Okay.
Actually, Edward, he's I don't know why I call him Edward. He's just Ed. Same. Ed spoke about a concept called echoes, where you can map the multiverse without any fancy gadgets or gizmos, by just looking at how popular and how prevalent certain ideas are in the collective consciousness, like fictional media. How popular
You
is
think
Godzilla?
I can go into a great deal of detail about the popularity of Godzilla, not just in Japan, but in others. I,
See
it's
him
popular.
like the concern, and it's like visible concern.
Well, I'm gonna be honest. It has a bit of a fan base, maybe an online club that people are part of. Nothing I'm saying is gonna make this better or easier or nice for you if I go into detail.
One of the wizards summoned a spider that can eat light. Grows stronger and bigger every time he does. I'm pretty sure he can summon dragons if he wants to. Like actually fully sized dragons that can like level cities.
Can he make them go away once he summons?
As far as I understand. That spider's still around, by the way. Luckily,
Is it nice?
well, the girl who raised it is absurdly nice. We got lucky there. And he kind of stopped after realizing that. But that's what I meant about echoes. They're all things from Lord of the Rings. Does mean that timeline that's not that far away from us in the multiverse does exist. That contains many variations of Godzilla and God knows what else.
I'm not gonna tell you any more details about it because I feel like I said, I didn't want to bring the mood down. Sorry.
I'll have to research this on my own a bit later.
I can give you a link to a website that has all the information you need.
Not yet up.
Ah, damn.
It's the
Sorry,
early 90s.
sorry.
I don't think you have internet right now.
Not yet, not yet.
I think they're just making it.
They're setting up that form right now as you speak.
World Wide Web. When the fuck was it? 91. It's literally like months away.
It's almost there. You can feel it in the air.
No, Alaric, no, no, Alaric, no, no, no.
Max in the background.
Listen, there's no way
Burn
to
it,
avoid
no,
that.
no,
Who knows?
you
Now
can't.
listen. Now listen. That's why
I'm
you
the God King. No.
listen. That's why you fuck with social media, not with the internet, man.
You can all, no.
You will play in the cyberpunk game where you are in fact the influencer, dodging the authorities to post on social media. But yeah, you'll say be a good thing. Alia learns magic.
I hope so. It's not a lot of parenting books about this type of stuff, you know?
He'll nod. You know what? Let's have one roll this session. Give me like an awareness roll, the basic.
Okay.
Full spot as you are chatting. You kind of hear laughter as you realize Ed is talking to Catalina and she is laughing loudly.
There is well, she's not sure how she feels, but she looks happy, I assume, as well.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's also kind of like probably told her a joke or something, funny story.
Oh, I think things are gonna be all right. She kind of looks over at Catalina and Ed.
I like chuckle a bit. I didn't want to say anything about your friend because that would have sound quite rude.
Oh,
Get out of the house a bit.
that's true. She has. Catalina was more of an outgoing person before this all happened, and hopefully, with time, she'll be able to be that again.
He'll
She,
nod.
she thinks no one's gonna love her, with her whole thing.
Oh, I wait until Ed tells her about the bird people.
Bird people?
Place he studied. A lot of species that are not human and quite varied in appearance.
Good to know that she'll have some examples to remind her that it's not too late, or that she can't have. Well, she can still have everything she wants.
I'll be honest. I think the world will. I've seen a way worse looking people than her. Superpowers. Fish people for not pretty.
Yes. The fish people, yes, that's true.
They will fuck with your mind, make you think they're pretty.
I'll keep that in that old noggin if I ever meet a fish person.
I suppose it depends. Not everyone is. I don't even call them tadpoles. Ugly little.
Are you biased because you kind of don't really like the fish people, or they look like?
Well, maybe I'm a bit biased. I did have to stop time, and you know how unpleasant it is to have to water to the side when the time stopped. It's like you have to slice it, and it's like Jello. You have to slice kilometers of it to get to the bottom of the ocean. How much time that takes?
You think if you bring a giant spoon, it would be easier?
Unironically, I always use like kind of like takes like you see this picks up like some tableware. And you just kind of like see it suddenly fall through his hand. I have to do this to even be able to get there in time. Not that doesn't take me like months, years. You have to like phase through water, which when I phase, not that I can't feel things that touch me, more like I shift my body to be in a different temporal space, even if I occupy the same physical space. Same location, different time, right?
A little bit over my head, but I think I get the gist.
Much harder to do with.
Like stepping through.
Yes, I have to be in a place where that water wasn't there. Which means I have to push myself to a point in time where that water has long evaporated. Imagine, it's not pleasant. It's like being in the scorching desert. Yeah, maybe I am a bit biased. You know how many I had to kill? How many parts and how wide this planet is if you have to scour the ocean floor? Very shitty scanners, barely working.
And I assume that there's still more out there since you weren't able to get rid of all of them.
Might be. Said, can't track them all. I realized I couldn't really, well, the rifts that were formed. It's there and I couldn't do anything about them. I decided to pull back anyways and focus my efforts somewhere else.
Well, like I said, there might be more trouble in the future, so maybe along the way we'll find a way to fish problem.
The early days I had to do a lot more running around. Nowadays I can have more people to help me out.
Yeah. And hopefully with this whole initiative we got going on, we'll be able to do more of that too.
I'll smile and nod, looking a bit more comforted at that thought. Even if, like, you can clearly tell that he is, in fact, like, he is putting a bit of a front to, like, seem more happy than probably he is. He is still struggling, especially now that he seems to be down on memory lane. God, you don't even want to know what the kind of fucking emotional baggage this guy's carrying with him. Seems to be
I hate Troy.
reminiscing
I want to kill
heavily.
Troy.
Nah, it's fine, Mac. These are happy men.
Oh,
One happy time in his life. That 1 week, never forget.
over and over again.
Lived for like 55 times.
Listen, one day Orion will be brave enough to ask him about this reminiscence. Like, hey, what happiness did you have of your childhood? Please tell me.
Yeah. I think on that note, unless there's something else you want to do,